Hi everyone. This next yoga class is all about practicing non-judgment. So as athletes, one of the things that we have to do is judge performances. Look honestly at performances so we can take that information and go back and work on our weaknesses to try to make them strengths and to work on our strengths to make them even stronger. Now, that's a really important process, but one of the things that can happen very easily is that we don't actually only judge a performance, but we internalize that and start judging ourselves very harshly. And one of the things that can really affect your mental health is bringing that into your life consistently, and sometimes it even happens relentlessly. So it's really an important thing when you look at your mental health to practice that skill of non-judgment. And that's what we're going to do in this class today. So this ties right back into our practices of self-compassion, because to feel compassion for yourself and empathy for yourself, you need to look at yourself and who you are in a non-judgmental way and be okay with what you see. So I want to leave you or start this practice with two quotes and maybe take a couple of those seeds and think about them as we go through our practice today. The first one is to stop judging, or to move out of judging, we need to move into gratitude. So maybe think of a couple of things that you're really grateful for and return to that throughout your practice. The other is a great quote that I love from a Buddhist monk named Thich Nhat Hanh. And that's simply, as I breathe in, I calm my mind, I calm my body. As I breathe out, I smile. So that might be something to return to as we practice once again. We're going to start this practice in our strong standing foundation of mountain. So come to the front of your mat. Have the feet hip distance apart, pointed straight forward. Feel into the four corners of the feet. Big toe mound, little toe mound, inner, outer side of the heel. Now really feel grounded through this posture. This is going to be a posture we come back to a couple of times today. And we really want to feel strength and grounding here. Feeling that grounding is really important when we're practicing mindfulness and non-judgment. Bring the hips into a neutral position. Core is slightly engaged, but the belly still stays soft. Allow your shoulders to relax back and down. So be able to do that. Let's roll the shoulders a couple of times. So inhale, shoulders come towards the ears. Exhale, they drop away. Inhale, shrug the shoulders up. Exhale, allow the shoulders to relax back and down. Don't force that through engagement. Just allow the shoulders to drop back and down. Feel the neck long, so the ears right over the shoulders, and tucking the chin just a little bit. Hands to the sides of the body with the palms facing straight forward. And we're going to be here for a few breaths. So as we're here, you might keep the eyes open, or you might close the eyes. Wherever you are in your mountain pose, start to draw your awareness to your breath. Simply noticing the depth of the breath, the length of the breath, the path of the breath. And as you start to notice those qualities of your breath, don't judge or think you need to be breathing in a different way, or the way you're breathing is right or wrong. Just simply notice the breath, be okay with what you notice, and start to bring your mind, your focus into the present moment a little bit more by using your breath as an anchor. And then I invite you to start to progressively deepen that breath. On your inhales, feeling the stomach fill, ribs widen, chest rise. On the exhales, feeling that exact same patterning in reverse. The chest falls, the ribs narrow, and the stomach empty. Now remember, just gradually building this breath, not forcing depth or forcing length, just gradually building. And as you inhale, try to bring a little bit more awareness to your breath. And as you exhale, feel a really sense or have a quality of letting go. In your strong standing posture of mountain, see if you can feel that grounding through the feet to provide you with strength and stability so that you can allow the postural muscles in the skeleton to support this pose. Allow the more superficial musculature of the body to let go and relax. If that quote resonated with you, thinking about as you inhale, calming the mind and calming the body. As you exhale, maybe just smile a little bit. Maybe even smile a lot. Think about that one, maybe two or three things that you're really grateful for. Over the next 4 or 5 breaths, I'm going to invite you to move through a body scan. Now, as you start to bring your awareness into the body and move that awareness from head to toe or toe to head, see if you can stay away from expecting how the body is going to feel, expecting certain areas to be tight or stiff, and notice how the body feels. And as you notice, don't think you should feel a certain way. Don't judge how you feel. Just notice and really be okay with what you're noticing. And then we're going to start to bring some movement in. We're going to do a slow roll down to a forward fold. We're going to start at our head, connecting to that grounding of the feet. And we're just going to move one vertebra at a time, rolling down to that forward fold slowly, starting on the next exhale. Rolling down for a count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And have the knees bent enough, the upper body is super close to the thighs. Allow the head to hang, the neck to relax. And start to allow the back to relax. As you're here in your forward fold, just determine whether you want to stay in stillness or create some movement. Trust your intuition in your body. And then, if you're moving, come to stillness. Feel that grounding into the four corners of the feet. That strengthen your foundation. In the same way we roll down, we're going to roll up. Feel the strength in your core and control in your spine as you inhale, roll up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to your strong standing posture of mountain and return to your breath. Coming back into that 3-part breath and seeing if you can use the breath as an anchor to the moment. And as thoughts roll into the mind, see if you can allow that to happen without engaging with those thoughts or attaching your attention there. Allow the breath to keep your mind present. And if those other thoughts grab your attention and take it away for the moment, simply acknowledge that, notice what thoughts have done that, and then return your awareness right back to your breath. And now starting to come in to the upper body. Bring your palms to center, right in front of the chest. Have the palms together and then interlace the fingers. Exhale, press your palms away from you, round your spine, drop your head. Just relax through the upper back. Allow the neck to relax here. Feel the space come between the shoulder blades. Then, bringing the spine to a neutral position, inhale and start to bring the palms to point towards the sky. Lengthen through the back. Allow release to come. And then bring the hands down right behind the head. Press your head into your hands into your head, so your neck lengthens, spine lengthens, and then gently draw the elbows back. So you're opening up through your chest and shoulders. Then on your exhale, drop your chin. Allow the elbows to come towards each other. Have the hands towards the crown of the head and allow the weight of the arms to guide that chin down, not forcing, just allowing length to come through the neck and allowing the neck to release. It's an area that tends to gather a lot of tension. So we're going to stay here for about 2 more breaths, working with your exhales to really release through the back of the neck. On the next inhale, bring the chin up and forward, elbows away from each other, open up through the chest and shoulders again. And then inhale, extend the arms up overhead, releasing the fingers. And exhale, bring the hands back behind you. Interlace your fingers, spine long, core strong. Roll your shoulders back and down to open up through your chest and shoulders. Now, work with your own range. And now this is a spot where you can really practice that non-judgment. Don't worry about what opening you find here. Be okay with what range you're working with. So the elbows might stay bent, you might extend the arms, or you might bring the hands away from the back. Remember, you're not forcing anything, you're allowing opening to come through the chest and shoulders. Bring the head to center if it's not already. Lengthen the neck with the ears right over the shoulders. On your exhale, drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Stretch through the left side of the neck and allow tension to release with every exhale. Next, inhale, bring the head back to center. Exhale, drop left ear to left shoulder. Now notice the differences you feel between the left and right side. Developing your body awareness, not judging one side as good or bad, weak or strong. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release the fingers. And then we're going to do another roll down to our forward fold. So starting at the head. Exhale, rolling down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Allow the upper body to drape over the thighs, the head to hang, the neck to relax, and continue to keep that connection to your breath. As you inhale, really feel the back expand, feel the space between the shoulder blades, the spaces between the ribs expand. On every exhale, see if you can allow the body to relax just a little bit more. Strong into the 4 corners of the feet, staying grounded, connect to the core, and we're going to roll up slowly to our standing posture on a slow count once again with great awareness, and the head comes up last, staying grounded into the feet. Inhale, rolling up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and finding that strong standing posture of mountain once again. And I invite you, once you come into mountain, feel that strong grounding and stability, and then take 4 or 5 breaths to move through another body scan. And in the same way, without having an expectation of how the body's responded so far, or judging how the body's responded, simply notice and be okay with what you notice. So we're going through that body scan for 2 more breaths. And then one last time, we're going to come through another roll down, starting at the head. Exhale, rolling down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This time, bend the knees enough the hands reach the ground. Inhale, bring your left foot back towards the back of the mat. Right away, bring the right to meet it. So you'll come into a higher push-up position, but you're going to lower your knees down right away. Now, here, be okay with doing less. Remember, sometimes less is more. And a lot of times our judgment comes when we think we need to do more. But here, once again, be okay with doing a little less. Core is strong, elbows are tucked. Exhale, lower down slowly. Place the top of the feet on the ground. Press into the ground with the top of the feet so your quads engage and your knees lift. And then inhale, slowly bring the chest and chin up and forward into a cobra. Open up through the front of the body. Exhale, lower down slowly. 2 more times doing that cobra, opening up through the front of the body. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Then you're going to inhale, tuck your toes back behind you. Then you're going to exhale, press back to a child's pose. So you're going to bring the top of the feet on the ground, big toes together, knees out wide. If that's not okay for the hips, you can bring the knees together. Bring the seat back right towards your heels. Fold forward at your hips and place your head down onto the ground. So we're coming into our passive child's pose. The arms can be out in front of you with the elbows bent. You might bring the elbows to be bent enough you can stack the palms and place your head onto your hands. Or you can bring the arms to the sides of the body with the hands by the hips. Find a variation of this passive child's pose where you can allow the body to completely relax. And start to draw the awareness back to your breath. Noticing the length of the breath, the path of the breath. Using your breath as an anchor to the present moment, being okay with the thoughts that come into the mind, but allowing those thoughts to leave the mind. And if and when those thoughts grab your attention, simply notice it, acknowledge it, and return your awareness back to your breath. And then in our child's pose, we're going to come into an active child's pose to stretch through the back. So inhale, walk your fingertips forward, stretching and lengthening through your back. Feeling that stretch through both sides of the back, through your lats. Inhale, continue to expand through the back. And on your exhales, continue to let go. On your next inhale, draw yourself forward to a tabletop, so coming onto hands and knees. And then we're simply going to come onto our backs. So you're going to move to being flat on your back. Once you come onto your back, bring the knees into the chest and hold on to the shins. And then hold on to the right shin. Exhale, extend your left leg long, placing the heel down. Gently curl the toes back towards the shins. Then bring the right arm out wide like an airplane wing, palm down. Left hand to the outside of the right knee or thigh. And then exhale, gently guide that right knee towards the left, coming into a twist. And if it's okay for your neck, turning the gaze to the right. See if you can allow the shoulder to stay on the ground, not worrying how far you come into this twist, but just working with your range and allowing yourself to come into the twist to whatever depth is right for you. Next, inhale, come back to center. Draw the knees back into the chest. This time, hold on to the left shin. Exhale, extend your right leg long. Place the heel down. Gently curl the toes. Bring the left arm out wide like an airplane wing, palm down. Right hand to the outside of the left knee or thigh. Then exhale, gently guide that left knee over towards the right side. Turning the gaze to the left. And then I invite you over the next 2 breaths to simply notice the difference between the sides. And once again, practicing that non-judgment. Not thinking of one side as good or bad, weak or strong, but simply noticing and being okay with what you notice. Next, inhale, slowly come back to center. Draw those knees back into the chest one last time. And then the next pose I'm going to invite you to come into is our Shavasana pose. So our final resting pose. Bringing the legs along the ground, straight out in front of you, about mat distance apart, which will allow the hips to relax a little bit more easily. Bring the arms to the sides of the body with the palms facing straight up. So you allow the chest and the shoulders to stay open. And if it's comfortable for you to, allowing the eyes to close. Returning your awareness back to your breath. And coming back into that 3-part breath. Feeling the stomach fill, ribs widen, chest rise, chest fall, ribs narrow, stomach empty. And I invite you to first come back and think about those 1, 2, or maybe 3 things that you feel grateful for. As you do that, really feel the emotion that comes with it. One of the things that's been shown through studies is that if you take 10 seconds to truly feel that emotion, that will actually change the brain in positive ways. Then I invite you to feel those qualities of breath. Inhale, I calm my body and my mind. On my exhale, I smile. You can stay in your Shavasana for as long as you wish. When you decide to come out of your Shavasana, I invite you to move through another body scan, and without expectation, without judgment, simply noticing how your body's responded to your practice. And then taking a few breaths to notice how your mind's responded to your practice. Once again, without expectation and without judgment. And then start with smaller movements through the body, building up to larger movements. Eventually coming to one side or the other and pressing yourself up into a seated position.